What's up, Nerd Badgers? On my way to the tower. It's a beautiful day here in the neighborhood. It's going to be a good show, man. We're going to have a good one for you today. Couple of crazy bits of nerdy news that dropped yesterday. The Hollywood Reporter with multiple exclusives. And they're pretty interesting. One about the Game of Thrones spin-off show with Kit Harington and Jon Snow. And then another one about Wonder Man. And I actually think the Wonder Man show and the things that are being said about it are pretty damn interesting. We're going to put on gambling. We're going to have a few call-ins. I didn't argue with everybody on Twitter this morning, so it's going to be a nice, chill stream. That's right. I'm pulling into the tower right now. I'll see you in a second. This makes me feel like Morbin. And I think it's time to initiate the gambling. Chet, give him a little walking around money. 3,000 nerd coin. Boom. It's Morbin time. Oh! Got a Friday morning feeling. Friday morning feeling. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been a week. It's been an interesting one. Pretty good one. A couple of things I want to say right off the bat before we get into the news for today. Number one, and probably of most import, your boy got 2 Magic the Gathering Commander victories last night. That's right, not 1, but 2. Yep, let's talk about it. Let's spend some time talking about Magic the Gathering. Elminster. Crazy wizard from Dungeons and Dragons, and oh my goodness, is he amazing. So much fun. 2 victories in a row for your boy. And yeah, I was pretty freaking pumped about it. Also, I don't like that one. Go to the next one. That'll do. It's actually a little spooky, but next point of order. Obviously, as I predicted, the Golden State Warriors won the NBA Finals. They're a really athletic team, and they're really good at what they do. And so, kudos to them. Shout out to Golden State and all of their great shooters. Actually, it's funny, Jason. I just saw your note on that. Tasha is crazy. I just played a game a couple of weeks back with Gilo where he was playing Tasha, and he literally played my deck. Tasha's crazy. She uses your opponent's shit and all that. That was the worst take ever, says Kendall. Hey, I don't know what take you're referring to, but yeah. Look, I've always been super high on Golden State. Bunch of incredible folks over there. Steph, Chef Curry, all that sort of stuff. So I don't know exactly what you're referring to, Kendall, but yeah. A couple other things. I will say at 1 p.m. today, we're going to do a Nerd Ventures Prime stream. It's going to be an interesting one, man. I recommend you show up to this one if you're a Prime member. I've got a lot of thoughts about what's going on this week. I also have some updates about my comic book project that are kind of top secret for the time being. And so I want to talk to you guys about that at 1 p.m. if you're a Prime member. Also, we have a nice, cool community thing. People have been sending in videos. We're going to do a video that's a collaboration with a lot of different people. And so I've been talking about that on the Nerd Ventures streams. If you're a member, check out the Discord. There's a couple of different videos on it, and somebody can help you out. Maybe one of the mods can help you out. I would really like to get more of those submissions by the end of the week or by the end of the weekend so that I can get it all edited and whatnot. So check that stuff out, man. And I will say as well, we're going to do a Diamond tier stream next Friday. Next Friday, I should be able to do a Diamond tier stream, and I expect that I will need a drink or two. And so we will convene in the Diamond Lounge next week, okay? Now, let me get this stuff set up here so we can talk about the news. Let's talk about it. There's a lot of news. Where should we start? Should we start with Wonder Man or Game of Thrones? Let's start Game of Thrones. Let's start with the Game of the Thrones. Yeah. Boom, let's start here. So I thought this was pretty crazy. We'll go through the article and then I'll give my thoughts on it. But, you know, chat, let me know right away, like, are you positive on this or negative on this? In fact, let's go to Poll Town because there's so much gambling going on, I can't really read chat. So let's go to Poll Town. Let me get this set up. Let's see. Are you excited about a Jon Snow spinoff? Yes or no? Boom, let me know. All right, let's get into this, man. Exclusive from The Hollywood Reporter. Game of Thrones Jon Snow sequel series in development at HBO. Exclusive. Kit Harington is attached to reprise his fan favorite role in the first potential Thrones project to take place after the events of the original series. You know nothing about HBO's post-Game of Thrones plans. Oh, shit. The network has entered into early development on its first sequel to its blockbuster fantasy drama, a live-action spin-off series centered on the fan-favorite character Jon Snow. The Hollywood Reporter has learned. Kit Harington is attached to reprise the role should a series move forward. The actor was twice nominated for an Emmy for his portrayal of an action hero who struggles to uphold his family's noble values in a brutal world. The Throne's 8th and final season, Jon Snow discovered his true name was Aegon Targaryen, a potential heir to the Iron Throne. In the series finale, he was exiled from Westeros and journeyed north of the Wall with the wildlings to leave his old life behind. Since the completing of his work across 8 seasons of Thrones, Harington has appeared in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, co-starring in 2021's Eternals. I really don't think you can say that. You don't say that. Co-starring. My man was in like 3 scenes. He also recently starred in the title role in National Theatre's live production of Henry V. On Thrones, the actor was known for enduring some of the show's most grueling filming, including the final season's infamous 11 weeks of winter night shoots in Northern Ireland. The development signals an intriguing new direction in HBO's handling of author George R.R. Martin's fantasy universe, a move not unlike Disney Plus's management of its Star Wars and Marvel brands, where the streamer has found success launching character-focused sequel series such as WandaVision, starring Elizabeth Olsen, Maxima. Wait, what? What's wrong with my fucking brain? What's going on with my brain today? Chet, I don't know how, but this is your fault. This ain't on me. Don't get it twisted. Let's get back to it. Wanda Maximoff and Obi-Wan Kenobi with Ewan McGregor reprising his iconic role, perhaps most boldly from a creative standpoint. The project would upend Thrones' final season. Oh no, you wouldn't want to ruin that ending. As the last word on the fates of the surviving characters in HBO's most popular and Emmy-winning series of all time. In theory, the project could open the door for another surviving character from the Thrones universe to reappear, such as Arya Stark, Sansa Stark, and perhaps Gwendolyn Christie as Brienne of Tarth. This development news means there are now 7 Thrones projects in the works, in addition to the upcoming House of Dragons prequel series, which debuts August 21st. Dragon tells the story of a civil war within House Targaryen, blah, 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 blah. HBO's other live-action prequels in various stages of development are now 10,000 ships, with Nymeria is the thing, it's showrunner, blah, blah, blah. And then there's going to be a Dunk and Egg. Oh, okay, so they are doing Dunk and Egg still. There's 3 animated prequel projects, including the Golden Empire? Oh, my goodness. Okay. Okay. Pretty freaking interesting here. This is pretty interesting. Okay, so you know what else is interesting? The fact that only 50% of you are excited for this. Holy mother lovin'. It's Brienne of Ma effing Tarth. Oh, it's Sir Brienne of, oh, sorry. Sorry, Mas. Have I offended you? I thought she was always Captain Forgettable from the Star Wars franchise. And also, why is this camera so saturated? Chet, you're really fucking up my Friday, bro. Pull that back a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, let's talk about this. So, Game of Thrones. It's been a while since we talked about Game of Thrones. I haven't really talked about House of the Dragon much at all. I wonder how House of the Dragon is doing as far as trending, social media imprint. You know, what are people saying about the show, et cetera, et cetera. Look, my take on Game of Thrones, and it's kind of interesting because George R.R. Martin had what I thought to be a wildly out of touch interview that he recently did. I believe he was at a Comic-Con or something, and he was talking about Rings of Power. He was talking about, I think, a little bit of Star Wars as well, but I think he was mostly talking about like Game of Thrones and Rings of Power and like toxic fandom. Okay, something that we're not. I mean, look, what's that? You know, toxic fandom. I've never heard of this before. I'd have to look into what it is. But yeah, so he made a comment about it. And look, man, the Game of Thrones finale and that final season is such an interesting case study to me in pop culture. And you know what else is really interesting about that ending? I don't think there's really a political angle on that ending. You know, a lot of things today get sort of taken with a political angle. You know, we've got a video coming out about Thor, Love and Thunder, and whether or not this will be a referendum on, you know, wokeism and some of the things that people don't like about Marvel, or whether or not the movie will dominate and fly in the face of those kind of narratives, you know. Oh, we got an Eagle song coming up, too. That's nice. That's nice. Feel those vibes, man. But when it comes to Game of Thrones, and I have to turn the Eagle song down a little bit, otherwise I'm just going to get distracted and too hyped up. The thing that's interesting about Game of Thrones is I don't think there was a political angle there at all. I think you just had a lot of different fans that were really, really upset at that ending. You know, the twist with the Mad Queen seemed to be really sudden and kind of unearned. Although I think that a lot of people could see it coming from a mile away. That doesn't necessarily mean that it was executed in a good way. I think the actual ending with Brand is, like, ridiculous. I'd love to, like, understand the whole Brand thing, because I mean, man, how do I say this? It was stupid, bro. It was stupid, and I think that most people really turned on that last season, like a ton of people. And the thing is, man, that was literally the most popular television show of all time. Like, not by a small margin either. I believe it was massive in terms of the numbers that it would pull. Viewerships overnight and, you know, subscriptions, etc., etc. Game of Thrones was probably the biggest show ever. You know what I mean? Earlier on in its lifetime, The Walking Dead was similarly large, but I think Game of Thrones completely eclipsed where that was at. And going into the last few seasons, it had reached such a boiling point in pop culture that it seemed like the whole world was tuning in every Sunday when it was running. It was just simply massive. And they had a ton of different ideas and spin-offs and things, right? But at the end of the day, I really do think that ending was so bad, like literally so bad, that you saw a ton of different people kind of check out from that brand. You know, and the sequel, this House of the Dragon, you know what I mean? I don't know, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you'd really have to wow me to get me excited again about Game of Thrones. But this show, the opportunity to really revisit that character, to me, it's like one of the only things they could have done that actually would have piqued my interest. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, legit, like, I don't know. Like, House of the Dragons for me, it's like, okay, you know, maybe there'll be some cool stuff in there and Targaryen stuff, whatever. But Jon Snow, incredible character that I think in many ways people felt was done wrong in that final season. And to see a spinoff show with him and explore the time period after that to maybe see what Westeros would be like under King Bran, and what it could be like in the north, and whether or not the Night King is truly gone, all of these different things. Like, there's just, for me, there is at least intrigue and interest there, and I loved Kit Harington as Jon Snow. So I think there's a couple things operating here. Number one, as a fan, like, I am intrigued. I think a lot of people will check this out, at least initially. But I guess we got to wonder, like, is this essentially the Kenobi formula? And they kind of say that in THR. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of literally say that. They're like, dude, they're trying to replicate what Marvel and Star Wars is doing. They literally name drop Kenobi. You know what I mean? And I think the thing with Kenobi, and oh man, you know, lots to talk about with regards to that, and I think we're going to have a whole week of it, you know, next week, is something just because it will get a big draw and it will be popular, is that the right move for studios? Is that the right move? Is that the right way to handle this IP? And I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. The story with, I think, Thrones as a brand is, I think it's kind of yet to be determined how bad the brand damage was from that final season and that ending. And also, George, of course, super delayed on his book. Doesn't seem to be, I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. But yeah, we would have to see what House of Dragons does and how it performs to see, like, how bad is the brand hurt, and is there still life in that brand? Because, man, I think one of the reasons that ending stings so bad is because the world of Westeros and that world building is awesome, you know? And I think Game of Thrones heads and the people that got really, really into it, like, it's so fun, man. The lore in that world is really, really interesting. A lot of the theories about the Night King and Bran the Builder and all these different things ended up being more interesting than what they did with the show. And there's just a lot of juice there. You know, there's a lot of juice. So, I don't know. I'll be really interested to see how it performs, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be really interesting to see how that performs, how that does. And I am pretty interested that it's really, I thought a lot more people would be hyped up on this, to be honest with you. It's pretty much split 50-50. You know what I mean? With people that would be now it's literally split with people that would be into it and people that would not be. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, there's a scenario here in which they could do some incredible things with Jon Snow. You know? Like, I'd like to see him try to track down the dragon. You know what I mean? And I always thought, like, what if, I mean, look, we're entering into almost like big time fan fiction kind of scenarios here. But did anybody else consider the idea that she could be brought back to life? That Daenerys, I mean, especially if they're going to Volantis or something, that she could be brought back to life. I mean, Jon is literally brought back to life. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. A resurrected Daenerys could be quite interesting. And he'll have to kill her again, you know, or something like that. So, I don't know. Could be fun. Could be real chill. But that is your first story of the day. Let's get into the second one. Wonder Man. Wonder Man. Okay, let's do another poll. Because now you guys are... take off your shirt for science. Dude, I don't believe in science. So how about that? I don't even believe in it. Is science even real? I don't even believe in it. Here we go. What the hell's going on outside? It's like if someone's building an X-Wing or something outside. Chat, what's going on in the tower today? Holy shit. See what you guys think about this as I read into this. Marvel developing Wonder Man series with Destin Daniel Cretton and Andrew Guest. Exclusive. The Shang-Chi filmmaker is teaming up with Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Community Scribe, who will serve as the head writer. I mean, honestly, bro, that's dope. Like, right away, those two together. I like Shang-Chi a lot. Upon rewatching, I like it even more. And I really like his sensibilities. You know, Daniel's good. And, hey, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is hilarious. I'm not, like, an avid watcher of it, but I've seen episodes. It's really funny. And Community was my shit, bro. You know? So here we go. Let's get into this. Wonder Man is the latest Marvel superhero to get the screen treatment. Shang-Chi, the Legend of the Ten Rings filmmaker, Destin Daniel Cretton, has teamed up with Andrew Guest, a writer-producer on comedies such as Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Community, to tackle a live-action series featuring the longtime Marvel character. Guest will serve as head writer for the series, so he's essentially like the showrunner. That's kind of like the Marvel formula. Remember, they don't actually have showrunners for their TV shows because kind of Feige, I believe, is kind of like the showrunner. So the head writer is essentially the showrunner. That's why, like, Michael Waldron was essentially the head writer of Loki, right? So Guest will serve as the head writer of the series, with Cretton will executive produce and possibly direct an episode or more. That'll be fun. Cretton is working on his overall deal with Marvel Studios that he signed late last year in the glow of Shang-Chi's success. That's true. He signed a big production deal. Development for what is being titled Wonder Man is in the early stages, but if things crackle, cameras could be rolling in 2023. That's cool. Wonder Man is one of Marvel's oldest characters, first introduced in 1964 in the pages of Avengers #9. He was initially a villain who only appeared sporadically in the early Marvel age, but was reconceived as a hero and Avenger in the late 1970s. In the 1980s, the character really came into his own, known as Simon Williams. He was a founding member of the Los Angeles-based West Coast Avengers. He also did the Revengers, too, which is kind of interesting. And with a look that included a turtleneck, red jacket, and sunglasses, became a celebrity thanks to his day job as an actor and stuntman. The character also developed strong ties to classic, and now thanks to Marvel movies, Emmy-winning series globally known, characters Vision and Scarlet Witch. Stories tied him to the android via ionic energy and brainwaves that implied the two were akin to brothers. It's true, and we'll talk about that. Wonder Man even developed feelings for Wanda after Vision had been dismantled. Yeah, and after he refused to have his brainwaves copied again to bring Vision back, he had a thing with Wanda. It's crazy. Take on the character for the Disney Plus series were not revealed. Marvel could steer the character down a Hollywood lane, so far unexplored in the MCU, or it could set him up in the WandaVision lane, something the company has continued to explore with its latest blockbusters, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. There is even a WandaVision spin-off show in development featuring Agatha Harkness, played by Catherine Hahn. Marvel has been steadily prolific with its Disney Plus series since launching with WandaVision in 2021. The recently finished streaming Moon Knight is now in Emmy Award campaign mode, while Ms. Marvel is in the middle of its run and generating some of the best reviews of any Marvel show so far. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, is due to hit in August, while Samuel L. Jackson, Secret Invasion, and Ironheart are on deck after that. Okay, so that's pretty chill. That's pretty chill. But there's a couple other things that are really interesting about this, okay? Number one, Grace says she hears Wonder Man on Disney Plus is going to be a comedy. Oh, shit. What the fuck? All right, well, we can just read it here, I guess. And that Wanda is being considered for the show. WandaVision Season 2, breakdown of why. I actually have not seen that video, but I'll probably check it out later. So that's kind of interesting. A comedy dealing with Hollywood-type stuff, right? This is also interesting. According to Daniel, not only did Wanda survive the events of Multiverse Madness, but she'll be back for one of the MCU's upcoming projects filming next year. You see the strings coming together. You see some of the smoke where there is fire. Joe Otterson says, I have also heard that this show could be a Hollywood satire, but that is not 100% confirmed. It would make sense given Wonder Man's backstory as an actor and stuntman in comics. Okay, so a lot of interesting stuff there. We'll talk about what it means. Let's check this poll. Let us check the poll. Okay, so look, this is kind of interesting. Oh, god damn it. Turn that off. Okay, so it looks like 58% of you say yes, 42% say no, which is better than the Jon Snow spinoff, which is kind of wild to me. There's a couple of reasons why I think this could be really, really cool. Okay, so number one, Wonder Man himself is a really, really interesting character. He doesn't do a ton of stuff like in Marvel, like compared to other big name characters, but he has some really, really interesting arcs, okay? Number one, in comics, it was actually Wonder Man's brainwaves that are the template for Vision's mind. When Ultron creates Vision, he takes the brainwaves that were captured for Wonder Man, and he uses them to create Vision. This is weird, and the whole thing with Wanda, Vision, and Wonder Man is a really weird, interesting love story. And a lot of us thought back in the day, when it goes to WandaVision, there were clues, if you recall, for a character known as the Grim Reaper. Remember that? There were clues, and we talked about that. And there were also clues for Wonder Man, okay? And we know there were a lot of things that were in WandaVision that they ended up going away from, that they scrapped or that they changed. But there was potential that Grim Reaper and Wonder Man would be in this show because the Grim Reaper is the brother of Wonder Man. Okay? They have so there's like a whole bunch of weird stuff that happens with Wonder Man where essentially, like, Vision becomes disassembled. There's a moment where they're all like, hey, man, let us copy your brainwaves again so that we can recreate Vision. And he's literally like, nah, fam, I'm chill. Then there's this whole arc where he goes to Hollywood and becomes very famous, and he's like a stuntman and an actor. And after his career like takes off, he has like a thing with Scarlet Witch. When Vision eventually does come back, like they hate each other for a little bit, and then eventually like kind of actually form a relationship and treat each other as brothers. So like that's kind of wild and interesting. Also, Wonder Man himself later on in comics is shown to be incredibly powerful. Like incredibly powerful. Like he essentially loses his body. He's like his body is made of like ionic energy, okay? And then there's this moment where he like loses his body. Scarlet Witch like can help him basically hold a form where he like can take that energy and actually manifest an actual form. Hang on, we're like all kinds of off today. Sorry about that. And so he eventually can form his own body, like after Scarlet Witch is like bringing him back for a while. And his body is just a body of pure energy. This dude is incredibly strong. Like, some people think he's like on level with the Sentry, which is absurd. He doesn't have to eat. He doesn't have to sleep. He's like can stand toe to toe with like Hulk or Thor. Like, this dude is incredibly powerful, like ridiculously powerful. And so I kind of love that character, all the history there and what they could do with it. On top of that, you know, a little bit more of that WandaVision flavor, a little bit more of like a comedy kind of based series. I mean, here's the deal, man. I haven't been super hyped on a lot of the MCU Disney Plus shows, but I think that if you just kind of understand that these are not going to be like movie level things, and they're going to be, you know, fun little explorations of Marvel characters and like shows and adventures that are, you know, a little bit more isolated, a little bit more low key. I kind of dig the idea of Wonder Man. And I kind of dig the idea of Wanda being involved in the Wonder Man show. And whatever the MCU version of this could end up being, like, is she trying to control Wonder Man? Because, again, Wonder Man, incredibly powerful character. Like, what's the deal with all of that? I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued. I think it could be really, really cool. And again, you get those two people together, you know, that writer, and you get, you know, Daniel, dude, or Destin rather. That's good shit to me. So sign me up, brother. I'm kind of into that, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Two kind of big pieces of nerdy news and conflicting feelings in the community. It looks like the majority, it's, you know, it's a slim majority, but the majority of folks are excited for this. And like 50-50 on the Game of Thrones thing. That's kind of interesting to me. So I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. But there you have it. But there you have it, ladies and gentle beings. Okay, so now let's shift into some Q&A. Let's do a little bit of the Q, a little bit of the A, and then we'll save a little bit of time for some call-ins as well. Ooh, new covers for Thor: Love and Thunder, dude. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, this looks pretty dope here. Check that out, dude. That looks cool. I'm digging that, bro. That's better than a lot of the posters they have for this movie. And you get a much better look at, like, Thor's helmet. It looks way cooler here. Yeah. Looks fun, dude. Man, I'm excited for this movie. I'm excited for this movie. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's get into a little bit of this chat here. See what's going on with these soupies, and then we'll get into the chat. Oh, God, why? All right, here we go. Let's see here. First in, the talented Mr. Griffin says with a $5 holla. Sup, Josh? How do you think Uncle George feels about the recent Order 66 scene in Kenobi? How do I think Uncle George feels about the Order 66 scene? It's kind of hard to say. I don't think he... I don't think he'd be upset by it. Are you implying you think he would be mad or whatever? I don't know. I feel like you need to have those scenes in order to drive that point home. So I don't think he would mind it too much. A little Benny, member for 15 months, says 13 months. God damn. Yeah, it's even more than that, bro. It's even more than that. Jive and Jimmy, welcome back to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger once again. Thorty for Virgo. says with a $5, watch my $200 November NBA championship bet finally come to fruition and turn to $1K. Let's go. Dude, good for you, brother. Holy shit, that's nice. That's a nice pop. So I assume you bet on Golden State there? That's a good call. Prince Zodiac, welcome back to the Nerd Vengers. Machine Gun Kata, welcome back to the Nerd Vengers. Appreciate you. Oh, wait, well, you have a message here. It says, have you ever seen Thumb Wars? What do you think of it? It was hilarious. Ubi Dob Benobi, middle name Scooby-Doo, but I think I just had a stroke. Bro, no, I've never seen Thumb Wars. A lot of people tell me to go see Thumb Wars. I have not seen it. So I don't know. Could be cool. And also, my brain's already not firing on all cylinders. I feel like I've got a cylinder stuck. So thanks for that. Jimmy Bones says, what? Between how George has handled or not handled Winds of Winter in Season 8, HBO has little room for error. If it doesn't stick fast, it won't last. Yeah, man, I don't know what to say. Like, again, from the business perspective, like, I'm really interested to see this. Like, what's going to happen? How much damage was done to the end of Game of Thrones for that brand? I don't know. Are there metrics that they have that we don't have? I mean, I assume a lot of, like, book sales and different things are down. But in general, when you take a break, I mean, been a while since that show was out. Could just be that. So we've got to see, man. I don't know, I think, a lot of what I've been talking about with Kenobi, and by the way, I did a video yesterday, which I guess a lot of people disagree with. It was interesting to see the comments and the takes. I was like, I really want Star Wars to move forward. I want Star Wars to do new, and I want them to stop, messing with legacy characters and all that. But a lot of people in the comment section were like, no, I want more of that. I want more of that. And I think the overall take was we just want more better writing. Which, of course, like, obviously, like, I can agree with that. I just wanted to present the argument for why I think they need to move on and go into the future, right? And there's this thing that I've been talking about, like, called a social contract between studios, IP, and the consumer. At the end of the day, we need to feel like, yeah, they're going to make money and they're doing things to make money, but they're also trying to enrich our experience as fans, give us great stories, give us great product, give us great stuff to tinker with and to have fun with. That's an important part of that social contract. And with Star Wars, I think that social contract is, not at the best place. And I think Game of Thrones is also an example of that. So we shall see. We shall see, Jimmy Bones. Oh, shit. The real Jesse Lee Reed says, hot take number 1, George R.R. Martin is a hack and Game of Thrones is trash. Holy shit. That's only the first part of your hot take. Number 2, really hope Nathan Fillion gets cast as Simon Williams. That would be cool. I would like Nathan in the MCU. I think that would be a good pick for him to be Wonder Man. But do we think he could actually, like, go on and be Wonder Man in other stuff after this? That's I think, one of the questions, right? Like, could he like do that and stand toe to toe with some of the Avengers and things of that nature? Because I would like that. And if they can get him, and he'll do it, like, let's go, dude. I think he's an incredible actor, so let's go. Also, I don't know if I would say Martin is a hack. I will say I don't really like his prose that much. And I also think this. I think that King Bran was his ending. Like, a lot of people try to put a lot of that shit on Dan and Dave. And, of course, Dan and Dave, total buttholes that didn't, like, they are at least partially to blame, if not a large part of the blame goes to them. But I got to be honest. I think King Bran is George's ending. I think one of the reasons he's delayed on the writing is because he knows that that's his ending, and he already knows that a lot of people hate it. And so he's like, well, I don't know what to do here. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Mickey says with a $5 holla, I'd love to see them bring back Nathan Fillion. I think he did a great job in the MODOK show, even if it was more on the comedic side. Yeah, that's cool, man. I think a lot of people are down. Jesse just brought that up. So, yeah, I'm down. I think that's good fan casting, 100%. Smack Daddy Slap. says, don't think about it too much, too much, too much. Thank you, brother. Joey Ebb says, booty cheeks, booty cheeks. Come on, man. We're trying to have a nice non-Kenobi stream over here, you know what I mean? J. Mike Gaming says with a $5 holler. Says, I simp for Kamala Khan. Nah, but for real, Miss Marvel got me hooked, man. Also, can you sing Don't Think About It Too Much to make my day that much better, Josh? I mean, I just did. But I assume you want more. Because it's never enough. Don't think about it too much, too much, too much. There's no need for us to make a good show. Wait a goddamn minute here. And also, J. Mike, you might want to watch it. I think she's underage. MCU Drew says, Miss Marvel greater than Man of Steel. Bro, are you just trying to trigger the fuck out of me, dude? Because I like that show. Why are you going to make me... No. The answer is no. The answer is no, bro. Smack Daddy Slab says, I agree with you. If they aren't going to give massive lore and attention to the characters we love, I would much rather them do something fresh and new. Thank you, bro. A lot of people got at me in the comment section of that video yesterday. Everyone was like, no, Josh, hard disagree. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, that's what I saw. That's what I saw in the video yesterday. You freaking guys. You freaking guys. Okay, let's hang out in the chat for a little bit, and then let's do a couple call-ins. See if there's anybody on the line. How are you guys doing? And what's going on? More sad dino noises? What? Darth Radir says, the Vader fight was S tier, but the writing is some of the worst TV I've ever seen. They need to hire people who can write layers like we got in episode 5. 100%. This is all booty cheese news. Wait, what? Trev. Come on, bro. Great. The wife's away for the weekend. Hey, don't tell that. Don't let her hear you saying that, man. Don't let her say that. Bro, do you see what's going on with my brain? I'm literally like, it's like short-circuiting. There's just like sparks up there. Like, it's just, something's going on. And yes, Darth, I agree with you there, brother. Knox says, I'm for Ralph Boner. Having really been Simon Williamson, Justice for Evan Peters. Ooh, that'd be kind of interesting. Because I'm a mod on Discord, can't wave on call-ins, so put me in if you see me in there. Okay, for sure. I'll try to figure that out. Tonight, I watch Vader versus Reva again 3 times. I'm not sure, like, why, Mike. Do you like it better now? Are you trying to convince yourself to like the fight? I mean, I like the fight, but I thought you didn't like the fight. Mr. J. Westman says, as a mechanic, I now use your song, Don't Think About It Too much when attempting to diagnose cars. Hope you all have a great Friday, my nerds. Hey, thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Would I recommend the Matt Fraction Iron Man series? I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if I remember reading the Matt Fraction Iron Man series. Let me look this up. Oh, he did the Invincible Iron Man. Bro, I gotta be honest with you. I don't remember reading this. I don't even remember when this was. Oh, 2008 to 2012. Yeah, that was when I wasn't reading comics then. It took me, I fell away from comics, and then it took me, like, basically Hickman's stuff. Like, I think around 2014 was really what brought me back in, when he would put on Avengers and all that. So, no, I haven't really seen that. I'm so... Wait, what? What is your favorite movie and TV show that doesn't have a franchise around it or is based on a book? Well, I'm rewatching Westworld right now. I find that to be absolutely incredible. But I guess that's technically based on old movies. Those were old movies. And maybe even Daniel Crichton novels, actually. Was Westworld a Daniel Crichton novel? Or Michael Crichton? Some Crichton. So I really like that show. Favorite movie and TV not based around a book or a franchise. I mean, I like Tarantino stuff a lot. I really like Charlie Kaufman's work. So he wrote a lot of wild movies like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Adaptation. Yeah, a lot of fun movies. Another one with Jim Carrey where they're racing. No, that was Eternal Sunshine. Yeah, so I like Charlie Kaufman's stuff. Even his directorial debut, I really like. Schenectady, New York. As far as shows, I mean, I like Fringe a lot. It's an old J.J. Abrams produced show when he was actually really still good. Breaking Bad was dope. So, yeah, probably just your standard answers there. Daniel Griffith, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You are a Nerdvenger now. Feel that power flow throughout. Are you a Last of Us fan? So pumped for the HBO show. Never really played the games, man. Never really played the games. Heard great things, but yeah, I'll definitely check out that show. I'll check it out. Probably be cool. Probably be pretty sure. When was JJ good? Long time ago, man. Do you think Vader let Reva live, or that he thought it was a kill shot and she didn't die? Probably the latter. Probably the latter. Josh, are you hyped that Wanda Maximami is returning? Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I totally simp for Elizabeth Olsen, and also love the character. Love the character, love the actress. So, yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah. We all simp for Wanda. I know, man. She's incredible. Plus, she's just awesome. If you've ever seen, like, any of her interviews and shit like that, like, she was once asked, like, do you want to win an Oscar? And she was like, no. Like, she's funny, man. She's like a real one, you know? Plus, I really resonated with her in, oh, shit, Nerd of the Rings, welcome to the Nerdvengers. We've got a celebrity in the tower. Thank you, Nerd of the Rings. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. She needs an ass, though? How dare you, Lord of the Lair? How dare you? I resonated with her when she was being asked about John Krasinski, and she's like, the interviewer was like, is this the smartest man in the world? And she's like, no, I would never say an actor was the smartest man on the earth. And I was like, yeah, damn right, get him. She's not into that whole circle jerk of celebrity. Nerds of the world, unite! Awesome, bro. Thank you. Much love. You don't say that. Don't simp for her, but the wife does. Amen. Amen. My fiance happens to simp for her as well. I regret nothing. Josh has a glitch today. Oh, dude, I do. I definitely have a glitch today. I feel like my brain is not firing on all cylinders, bro. Is there a gas leak in the tower or something? Like, what's going on here? Are you pumped for a new Power Rangers universe Netflix is going to be building? I'm actually interested. I'll give it a shot. Celebrity in its loosest definition. Amen. Turn that Sadie down. You turn the Sadie down. You turn it down. You Sadie it on down. I'm convinced it is impossible to win this gambling. No, it's not. Look, I'll show you how to do it right now. I'll show you how to do it. What should I gamble here? 10,000? Show you guys how it's done. Check this out. Ready? Boom. Let's gamble a little 10K real quick. Gamble a little 10K real quick. What? Dude, this gambling is rigged. Shut it down. Shut it down. I've gambled 12 times and now I'm bankrupt. Ooh, what'd you learn? What'd you learn? What did you learn, my friend? Let's do some call-ins. Anybody want to come on and yell at me about Kenobi takes or whatever? I see your chat, Kendall, for sure. We're gonna do some call-ins. All right, let me get this set up. Okay, I'm making a stage right now. Calling it call-ins. And I tell you, we'll put that pretty low. We'll put this, we'll bring that up there. Peter, or Petter. I think it's Peter. Peter, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now, my friend. Feel the power flow throughout. Check out some of the amenities in the tower. Get a hot stone massage. You know, go down to the training room. And then let me see. We got some people in this. We got some people in the call here. All right, let's get Machine Gun Carter on. Then I'm going to bring Kendall on, okay? And then I'll try to bring Andre on, I guess. Because he was saying something about it. Let's get Machine Gun Carter in here. Carter! You're on the call, man.
Hello.
Hello. What's up? How are you?
Hey, good, man. Just wanted to call in real quick and just help you out with the how to say the name of the guy from Thumb Wars. You know, his name is Ooby Doob.
Ooby Doob. Ooby Doob
Banooby. Yes.
Ooby Doob Banooby. Now, is that the guy that was in the Amber there?
It's supposed to be Obi-Wan, but it's from Thumb Wars.
Oh, okay.
And with his middle name being Scooby Dooby, it's Ooby Doob, Scooby Dooby Banooby.
What the fuck? Okay, awesome. So I'll have to check this Thumb Wars out. It's like, I think I've seen, people talked about it, right? So it's like thumb, like puppets, and they're pretending to be like Star Wars characters. Is that what it is?
Yeah, and it's like a retelling, completely ridiculous. It's a fucking refreshing break from some Kenobi shit. So get yourself a good laugh, you know?
Right on, brother. I'll definitely have to check that out. Anything else you want to say, or do you have a question for me?
Not really, man. Just happy Friday, Nervengers.
Amen, brother. Happy Friday to you, sir. And I'll be checking out the Thumb Wars. I'll take you out of here, okay?
Later, man.
Later, brother. All right, let's get Kendall in here. Kendall's triggered from what I heard. Trigger warning. Kendall's triggered. Man, I'm going to try a gamble again. You guys got me addicted to this. Let's just throw another 10K at it. You know what I mean? See what happens here. I want to know.
Yo.
I got you, man. Loud and clear. What's up? What's on your mind?
Nothing much, bro. How's it going?
It's good. I've got some interesting stuff that I think we'll talk about in the Prime stream going on. But overall good week, I'd say.
That's good. What's going on? One thing I wanted to touch on, and I'm sorry, I was running out of work meeting.
All good.
Time. One thing I want to touch on, bro. Episode 5, right? Episode 5, to me, was the best episode. The first 9 out of 10 episode.
Yeah.
And for reasons, how can I put it? I'm not going to take too long here. For reasons that I've been critical on the show, they were still in this episode, right?
Yeah.
But the content of what we got, them meeting our expectations, makes you overlook those, makes you be like, okay, I can deal with those things because I'm focusing on bigger things.
Right.
I thought that this episode 5 moment would kind of be more of a turning point
Yeah.
for where people are. But bro, this, and I'm not necessarily talking about folks that we like know on YouTube. It's more so folks on Twitter and TikTok, if you will, which I should probably stay off of that.
Yeah.
But dude, I never get triggered, but this has been the most triggering thing to see people say things like, episode 5, if you like episode 5, then you need to learn about media literacy because you don't get answers. It's just the BS that's come on this positive side of things.
Yeah.
Makes me think that Star Wars, like, bro, we can't put ish out that people will like or feel about, because at the end of the day, whether you're negative or whether you're positive, you want to be right, and attacking people who are just objective about these things and are being critical, it's just doing nothing but hurting the fandom and hurting other people's points. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't mean to random sound triggered or anything like that, but at the end of the day, like, it's just episode 5, which should have been like a more uniting moment.
Right.
For me, for what I've seen, it's like either you're late to the party, you don't understand, or episodes 1 through 4 were to lead up for it. Like, people still can't accept the criticisms as to why we like episode 5. And to me, episode 5 was so great, and it shows why episodes 3 and 4 were so lackluster, because they just didn't meet expectations.
Yeah.
But I don't know, bro. Sorry to just rant.
No,
it's just
no. I think that's a fair take for sure. 100%.
It's really gotten to me, bro. I mean, things don't get to me, but when I've seen people like take shots at people's intelligence or take shots at what people think simply because they give props to episode 5, but had things to say about episodes 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
That's not to me, bro.
Yeah.
So
no, I got you.
Get off my soapbox.
Yeah, no worries. Let me. I'll touch base on that. I'm going to take you out of here because I think it's a really good take. I appreciate the call, brother.
Hey, no problem, man.
All right, take care, man. All right, so let me talk about that for a second because I think it's a fair point to bring up. Yeah, it's interesting because I think the main takeaway is that this should have been a really uniting moment where like a lot of people were really into it and just really excited about, you know, Star Wars and the show overall. And it feels like there's a certain crowd that even wanted to diminish the folks that had liked the show, or rather that had liked the episode that had not liked the prior episodes, right? So like, for instance, like Theory, right? You know, kind of, you know, let's say middle of the road on a lot of it and then loved this episode. And then a lot of people seemingly taking shots at him or doing stuff where they're like, yo, like, you know, you don't like story or whatever, you know, or you were talks about those episodes, you only like this one because of that, or, you know, hey, people that didn't like Kenobi before this, you're crazy, you don't understand build up, you know, all these different things. And it's true. Like, I think that the toxic positivity in Star Wars, as I've said a lot, is like on a totally different level. And it's a big part of why I think that brand has so much damage. Star Wars has this really unique problem with its fandom, and the fandom is just all over the place and super divided. And you know, even for someone like me, like, you know, it's been weird, you know, covering Kenobi, and because honestly, like, it's just not doing it for me. Even episode 5, which I generally thought had some incredible moments, is just not doing it for me. And it's heartbreaking to literally feel like, you know, in some ways Star Wars is kind of breaking my heart, and I have been sort of either ostracized from some communities or labeled in certain ways because of my feelings towards the show, which is it's like a doubling down of the negativity that I feel, right? You know, I'm not trying to call anybody out or you know, make waves or whatever, but I chimed in on a little bit of Star Wars Santa's stream yesterday, just kind of low key taking a peek, and something that Meg said in that stream, it struck a chord with me, and it was literally, it got me so sad that I had to turn the stream off and kind of walk away, because Meg said something to the effect of, you know, because they were ranking Kenobi with some of the other content, right? And she said, you know, even Rise of Skywalker, as bad as it was, had some of that Star Wars magic. And she said something to the effect of, like, I feel like they don't understand how to put that Star Wars magic into things, and Kenobi definitely doesn't have it, right? And literally just in the way she said it, I could feel a little bit of, you know, what I'm feeling. And it's, you know, it is sad, man. It is sad, and I don't know how to approach it, because there's a lot of people that like Kenobi. But beyond people that like Kenobi, there seems to be this huge crowd of folks that are sort of, for whatever reason, you know, sort of forming a phalanx around Star Wars as a brand. Like, they're so defending and positive of everything Star Wars, and they try to detract people that don't like it. I've got a lot to say about it. I'm thinking a lot about different videos and content that I want to make. I feel like at some level, and this isn't probably the total and whole strategy from Lucasfilm, But I do think that they are trying to socially engineer support for the Star Wars brand and content in ways that are like not just making good universally loved content. Like if this, like in my opinion, making more universally loved, cared to, well-crafted stories, characters, and product is the way to unite a fan base. They seem to want to do things like reach out to social influencers and hire them to actually be in Kenobi. They want to find different folks that are seemingly positive on Star Wars and create like a confirmation bias by having those people be rewarded and given access at Star Wars Celebration or different things like that. Even the social media account under Star Wars, which I think, you know, to be fair, is actually doing something I wanted to be done for a long time. And they're not the worst, you know, and a lot of people are really coming down hard on the Star Wars account. I don't think they're the worst. But I will say that, again, if you look at the tweets that account is liking and you look at how it's chiming into conversation, it is continuing to sort of galvanize and socially engineer support for Star Wars. It's so fucking weird to me. My worst nightmare is that Star Wars is literally becoming like something of a husk, a sort of corporate-y husk of its former self. And there is no room for dissension or criticism when it comes to Star Wars. And all of these voices out there, again, many of which I think are at the very least socially influenced and possibly socially engineered, they form up this weird protective layer to Star Wars where all criticism of it and all negative feelings towards it are painted in a broad brush of some really horrible things. So, yeah, Star Wars has problems, man. The Star Wars fan base is pretty busted up, pretty broken, and I wish I saw a scenario where it gets better, but I'm really not sure, you know, and we'll have to see. You know, we'll see what happens next week, and we'll see how the fan base reacts, and of course, I'll still be showing up to work. You know what I mean? I'll still be coming to the tower. I'll still be trying to find the good, the positive, try to get excited about Star Wars stuff. But if I'm being completely honest with you, I'm also living through a moment that is really, like, I don't know. I'm having a moment here with Star Wars. You know what I mean? So we'll just see. But I appreciate that perspective, brother. All right, let's bring Trinity on. I just ranted even more than Kendall. My bad. Let's bring Trinity on. Trinity!
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
I am doing well, man. I hope all is going well with you and the wife and the kid.
Yeah.
On the way.
Things are good, man. I appreciate the thoughts. I really do. So thank you.
All right. Well, I really kind of wanted to come on and say, well, thank you for keeping me entertained with some of the Star Wars talk here over the past couple of weeks. The chats have been absolutely great, not making me work overtime at all.
Nice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But I also wanted to just kind of comment on some stuff I know I've kind of messaged you about, and I even see some people in the chats kind of talking about as well with like some of the Ms. Marvel stuff. And, you know, we've even had the conversation about Namor. And one of the things I've talked about is make sure you guys go back. If you want to see this kinds of stuff, go watch The Eternals, go brush through this movie time and time again, because there are things in this movie. I think I have a theory that they even kind of maybe how would you say teased maybe possibly adamantium, maybe, or even where Wolverine may get his powers. And I think even the rings that Shang-Chi has, and even those bangles that Ms. Marvel is wearing in these shows are all kind of tied in with this Celestial and Eternals tech.
Yeah.
I think the most interesting thing is there's these things that they have in the show, these artifacts that they're showing, and these callbacks to actual history, where Marvel is going into actual history, our history, and pulling from that to do things in these shows and these movies. And they have me digging into history and not comic books. And I think it's good stuff. I think it's good stuff.
No, I agree, Brand. I think that like a lot of the like even Moon Knight, right? And like the way they sort of play off of that, and there's like room for some cool exploration there. And Miss Marvel's doing a good job, and I think it'll do an even better job as we move forward and find out more about this lady and her family and the real traditions there. But yeah, there's a lot of room for things like that. So yeah, I think they're doing a really good job. Look, man, I mean, obviously I'm a big Marvel fanboy, but you're right. Like the intricacies here, in some ways, I think are being overlooked by some people. You know what I mean, and not properly appreciated. But I think that just like the Infinity Saga, things are going to happen for us in the next couple of years that will reframe stuff and make us look back at these things and really appreciate it even more and more. And the rewatchability of the MCU is a big part of it. So yeah, man, I'm glad you're digging it. And Miss Marvel's been cool, man. Like, cooler than I thought. So I'm happy that that's happening. And dude, I think She-Hulk's going to be really interesting. And we've got Love and Thunder coming right up. What are your thoughts on Love and Thunder, by the way?
Love and Thunder. It looks like it's going to be fun. Anybody who listens to me flap my gums for more than 5 minutes knows I'm not like a big Waititi fan in what he did with Thor himself.
Yeah.
But what he does on camera, kind of all that stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
Like in Ragnarok, I think one of my favorite scenes was at the very beginning when he's sitting there wielding Mjolnir and he's flying around. You see all that kind of that action cam that they had going on there.
Yeah.
Absolutely great stuff. I'm looking forward to the movie. Obviously, they're moving in a direction with things people feel in the MCU, and I think there's certainly some of that stuff coming to the forefront. I know you discussed that with bringing more women characters and stuff, prominent women and characters and stuff like that into the MCU, and they are obviously headed there. And I don't know. I mean, they've got to do something because they're going to be expanding this universe at an exponential rate, and it looks like Thor: Love and Thunder is once again another movie that they are going to be putting a bunch of characters in to bring in more, to blow it up.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And I'm, I think the video I think it'll come out tomorrow will be probably interesting to a lot of folks because I go into how this could, because here's the thing, like, plainly speaking, if Thor really underperforms, which I don't expect it to, right? But if it does underperform, we'll have to look at that and we'll have to be like, man, there could be this group of folks that's just kind of rejecting this direction, And you look at like Top Gun Maverick, and I mean, Top Gun Maverick is a phenomenon, and I think it just goes to show that there are a lot of people, regardless of how, individually you feel about it, there are a lot of people that are just kind of sick of some of this stuff, or it's just not doing it for them and possibly even turning them off. So Feige, in my opinion, has always done a good job of sort of course correcting, even when he steps in it a little bit. Early phase 2 was a little bit of stepping in it, and then he course corrects. So, I mean, who knows, man? Maybe they will kind of have to balance it back out and bring more prominent male characters, or at least just be less pushy with it, So, yeah, we'll just have to see, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, I think Kevin Feige's done a pretty good job so far here in these first, what are we getting near 15 years almost?
Yeah.
Been doing good with it. So
yep.
I think we're still in good hands for now. But I guess we'll see where that's going in the future.
100%, brother. Well, thanks so much for the call, man. I appreciate it. And we'll see you on the flippy floppy, okay?
Yep, thanks for having me on. Y'all have a good one.
All right, see you, brother. All right, I'm going to try to bring Andre on. Okay. I think I got you, bro. Because you had said that it wasn't letting you come onto the stage before. I think I got you, man.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
What's up? I got you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so because I'm a mod, I cannot wave my hand up. So practically I can put people in.
Okay.
But I just know that I enjoy the roller coaster ride with Kenobi until now.
Nice.
Love those trigger moments. Just need to have it, Need to have them, baby. Need to have it.
Yep. I hear you.
My only thing is, do you think, for some reason, maybe Kennedy's trying to push her contract a bit forward, or she's trying to say that I'm the boss, so that she maybe does one good one, and then she can stay there longer? Or do you think that she has something that's... Because you already talked about this thing a lot of times, but I think that she's trying something. It's like to try to find that golden ticket so that she can stay longer. Or what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a fair question. I mean, to me, like as the president of the company, right? She should just constantly be focusing on doing the best job and like producing the best stuff. But I don't think it's crazy to look at some of the things that have happened in the past couple of years and see a defensive strategy, right? Like to see her kind of trying to defend, and even some of the way that a lot of this is framed, through the press and different things, to try to just kind of solidify her position and be defensive against some of the criticism. So, I could certainly see that. And maybe she is looking for just some crazy thing to kind of keep it going for her. The other question, the other really interesting thing about Kathy and Star Wars is that even if you remove her from the equation, like the question then becomes who could do that job? You know what I mean? Because there's not a lot of people out there that I think A, would want that job, or B, would have the sort of gusto and the creative to do it. You know what I mean?
Well, sincerely, I think that Favreau can do a good job in the production point of view and then like in direction point of view.
Yeah.
And maybe he can put like Dave, like a Feige type of person.
Yeah.
So practically that they're gonna do both. He's gonna do like the management, and Dave is gonna be like content creation. And I think that's gonna be like a thing that maybe is gonna put the whole Star Wars or Lucasfilm in a better point of view, maybe. But sincerely, from what I saw until now, they like she's trying stuff. Like it's like good to experiment,
Right.
but she's trying in a way that you can see it. So like okay, maybe this is the shot, and then I'm gonna get all the accolades. And I think that's why she's trying in such a way, maybe to not let Feige take his shot, because if that guy is gonna take his shot and he's gonna land it, then that's, like you said, last nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And again, I made that video a couple of weeks back, and I have.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I do feel like there's a sort of defensive strategy there, and we'll have to see like how much more of that plays out in the press. But yeah, like it definitely feels like she's trying, particularly with Feige, to really at least distance that and to have a couple of big wins under her belt before he were to come in and make his film, right? So that I absolutely believe, right? And again, if a lot of that narrative is true behind the scenes, then she's going to try to put off Feige stuff for as long as is possible. And, we're just going to have to see, man, like how that goes. If she can't get another big creative to come over with vision to like do something significant, I do kind of think, though, that her reign will just kind of piddle out, and then newness will like sort of have to be injected, whether that's Feige or somebody else like John taking a bigger role. Because, I mean, in my personal opinion, I think the next Indiana Jones, I think that movie's going to be terrible. And I don't know. Like, we're going to have to see like what it looks like. Yeah. So like if she literally comes through with that movie, and that movie's booty cheeks, I mean, I just don't know what else is left to really talk about. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just time, for new. And honestly, even from her end, that might just be time for her to go. Like, she might just be like, yo, let's get Indy out, and then I'm out. You know what I mean? So either way, either way, I think that, whether or not she's totally gone in the sense that we want her out of there, eventually she will have to go away. And then we will at least have the hope of maybe something new. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, and baby, it's all right, like I heard. So I wasn't that active in the streams lately. I was in a bit on vacation, but still watch the replays. And
No worries.
that content was good. Your content is amazing.
Oh, thanks, brother.
Let's keep in the same direction.
Thank you, brother. Well, I appreciate that so much. I'm gonna take you out of here, and no worries, man. I appreciate your support. I appreciate the call. So thank you very much, man.
Much love to Minor Avengers, and see you all next time.
All right, brother. Take care. All right, I'm going to exit quietly from that stage. Thought that was cool, man. I always appreciate hearing from you guys, so thank you so much for the calls. And we'll chill just a little bit more in chat, and then we'll get on out of here. And because a couple more soupies came in, so let's see here. If we can't have Fillion as Wonder Man, I'll settle for Nathan as the Beyonder. Oh, he would be a great Beyonder. I wonder if Sarah Finn needs an assistant. LOL. Hashtag dream job. That would be a dream job, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'd like Fillion in the MCU. I think that would be good, bro. And yeah, as what's it called? As Wonder Man, I do think that would be really, really cool. Vision Maker 54321 says, will Obi-Wan fix the plot in the world between worlds? Oh, I highly doubt that, brother. That's a whole quagmire of story that I frankly do not think they are up for tackling. You know what I mean? Kendall says, $10 holla, very generous man, says, I've never had people come for my intelligence like I have for critical Kenobi take. I never get triggered, but damn, it really got to me. Thanks for letting me get it out, bro. Of course. Of course. I mean, honestly, like, now you get a little taste of what it's like for me. You know what I mean? A little taste. Because, yeah, it's crazy. Like, Star Wars is so weird right now, and the fandom is so weird. It's not the best, man. It's not the best, you know? Trying to enjoy Kenobi for what it is. And, hey, man, maybe Andor will be that show. And then, of course, next year, we have a ton to look forward to. And even there's Dave projects later this year. Look, as long as Dave is there, and as long as Dave is doing stuff, I'm going to be around. You know what I mean? I'm going to be around. I'm going to be checking this stuff out. I'm going to be trying to be as positive as I can. You know what I mean? Vision Mako says, I have a feeling Willow is going to rock. Willow may well rock. But I just don't know how many people are really going to check that out or be excited, you know? So, whatever happens, at least we have the originals. It's true. Yeah, Filoniverse. I need it. I need more of the Filoniverse, Mike. I need it. Andor definitely be that show, but seemingly no legacy characters. So will the writing hold up? Dude, there's going to be a ton of legacy characters in Andor, actually. I think. Kerchief Am says, hey, Josh, I think the first villain of the Fantastic Four movie will be Molecule Man because of Secret Wars. I actually really like that. I think that could be really, really cool. I also kind of thought about Molecule Man, Wonder Man. Like, are they going to merge those characters and do something else that's interesting with Wanda? That could be really fun. Yeah. No, I think Molecule Man and Secret Wars, I'm still super hyped up on that. You know what I mean? Super hyped up on that. Masma says, to insult someone's intelligence, you lost the argument. Oh, I agree. Secret Wars count. Number dos. Now it's 3, right? Did Ezra Miller kidnap someone? I mean, look, the news on that is all over the place. I'll just say this. My take on Ezra is like, bro, when is enough enough? I mean, motherfuckers get fired. Look what happened to Johnny. He got fired because of an article that doesn't even name him. Look at the amount of articles and smoke that we have for Ezra. It's fucking crazy. Like, I don't know for sure if he's done all these things that people agree or are asserting. I don't know. All I know is it's like Rocky, man. They don't remember you. They remember the rep. Well, what's Ezra's rep? Booty cheeks. Not in a good way. Den of Nerds have empathy, like the wine? Or what? Because I got no empathy for Ezra. You know what I mean? Like, straight up, 0. But I reserve the right to change my mind if different information comes to light. You know what I mean? So, yeah, exactly. Rogue Rebel knows. I'm on a roll today. Gamble small peeps. Oh, wait, what? Oh, gamble small. I see what you mean. Did you win the second MTG game with the same commander? I did. I went back to back, baby. Elminster. Oh, my goodness. This deck is disgusting, dude. Like, disgusting. Yeah. Big numbers a bust. Right on, bro. All right, guys. I'm going to get on out of here. I will probably record a video and talk about some of the things I love about Kenobi, some of the things I hate about Kenobi, just putting it into one big video. So look out for that later today. Tomorrow, I'll have a big video about Thor, Love, and Thunder. Is it going to go broke because it's woke? Or is it going to fly in the face of that narrative and make a ton of money? So I go into that. And next week, Kenobi finale. We're going to do a big old giveaway. The Nerd Theory should be awesome again. So yeah, we should be on it, man. We should be on it. Much love to you all. I'll see you soon, okay? As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Aw, man, I tell you. Next Friday, after a long week, I'm gonna step into the Diamond Lounge and I'm gonna get fucking toasty. Slam a few drinks, several blinkers, and I'm gonna let it out. I'm gonna let that Star Wars feeling out. And I'm gonna need it. The world is pretty crazy. Hope you guys are hanging in there. Hope you guys have some strats. Something you love in your life. Hope you're making it out. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Open up your third eye. Watch out for that brown eye. And I'll see you in the next one.